Japan is a land of ancient temples, neon-lit cities, and some of the world's most terrifying urban legends. These aren't tales to be taken lightly. They're warnings, passed down through generations. Tonight, we're diving into Japan's top 5 scariest urban legends, stories that will make you question what lurks in the shadows. If you're watching alone, you might want to keep the lights on. And remember, you were warned. Our first story is about Teke Teke, one of Japan's most infamous ghost stories. The tale goes that Teke Teke was once a young girl who suffered a tragic accident, leaving her dismembered at the waist. Some versions say she was pushed onto the tracks in a horrific act of bullying, while others suggest it was a simple accident. Either way, her death was agonizing. After her passing, sightings of a vengeful spirit began circulating, describing a figure who drags herself forward, her elbows scraping the ground with a sickening sound that gives her the name Teke Teke. According to legend, Teke Teke roams the streets near train stations, especially at night, stalking those who are unlucky enough to cross her path. It's said that if you hear the scraping Teke Teke sound, it's already too late to escape. She's coming for you. Witnesses report that Teke Teke can move shockingly fast, despite her half-bodied state, and in just seconds, she can close any distance between herself and her target. She is known to drag her victims back to the train tracks, splitting them in half to make them just like her. Though it sounds like a cautionary tale, many in Japan swear by the authenticity of her spirit. In some regions, children are even warned about avoiding certain stations at night, fearing her wrath. It's rumored that the only way to survive an encounter with Teke Teke is to keep your wits about you. If you can manage to ask her why she's half-bodied, it will distract her for just a moment, giving you the only chance you have to escape. Kuchisake-onna, or the slit-mouthed woman, is a legend deeply rooted in fear and tragedy. The tale describes a beautiful woman who, in life, suffered horrific violence at the hands of her jealous husband. Enraged by her infidelity or beauty, depending on the version, he mutilated her face, cutting it from ear to ear in a sinister, permanent smile. Now she roams the streets of Japan, often hidden by a mask, waiting for the perfect victim to ask her haunting question, "Am I pretty?" Her question may sound harmless, but there is no safe answer. If you respond yes, she will remove her mask, revealing her horrific smile before attacking you in a rage. If you respond no, she will lash out even more violently. Some believe she even carries a pair of scissors to mimic her own mutilation on her victims. To make things worse, she's nearly impossible to escape. However, there's a small chance that if you throw candy or coins her way, she'll be distracted just long enough for you to run. Kuchisake-onna is a tale that has been passed down for decades, and although it's terrifying, it's so ingrained in the culture that it has been adapted into various movies, dramas, and comics. Children and adults alike are wary of answering her question should they ever come across her. Her legend continues to strike fear, warning people about vanity and the dangers lurking in dark alleyways. Aka Manto, or the Red Cloak, is one of Japan's most notorious restroom-based horrors. The legend claims that if you enter a certain public restroom stall, often the last stall in old schools or hospitals, a deep, unsettling voice will ask you a simple question: red paper or blue paper? This seemingly innocent question, however, has fatal consequences. Those who respond red paper will meet a bloody end, covered in crimson by the hands of Aka Manto. If you choose blue paper, you will be strangled until your face turns blue. In both cases, the outcome is horrific. Legends vary on whether Aka Manto was once a man wronged in life, a student, or even a former janitor who died tragically. But all versions agree on one thing: he is a spirit seeking revenge, and he preys on those who enter the wrong stall. There are a few who have supposedly outsmarted Aka Manto by refusing to answer or simply running from the stall before he can strike. However, those who have survived claim to feel a strange, oppressive aura every time they enter an empty restroom. Aka Manto has become a symbol of fear, a legend that makes many think twice before entering any secluded bathroom, especially alone. The story of Okiku's well is as tragic as it is terrifying. Okiku was a servant in a noble household, accused of breaking a valuable plate. In a fit of rage, her master threw her into a deep well, condemning her to a slow, painful death. Since then, it's said that her restless spirit haunts the well, endlessly counting to 9 as she searches for the missing plate. Her count stops at 9, and she lets out a blood-curdling scream, wailing for what she can never find. Visitors to Okiku's well claim to hear a faint, ghostly whisper, counting to 9 over and over. Local law states that if you hear her counting, you must respond by saying 10 to complete her count. If you don't, her spirit may rise from the well and drag you down to join her. This eerie legend has led many to avoid the area, especially after dark, fearing an encounter with Okiku's vengeful spirit. Today, Okiku's well is a popular tourist attraction, and some even visit hoping to catch a glimpse of her ghost. But while some go out of curiosity, others go out of respect, leaving offerings in hopes of appeasing her. Okiku's story is a reminder of betrayal, a tragic tale that continues to haunt Japan's collective memory. Gashadokuro is one of Japan's most haunting spirits, known as the giant skeleton. The legend describes Gashadokuro as a monstrous skeleton formed from the bones of those who died of starvation and remained unburied. Towering over 15 feet tall, this creature wanders the countryside, especially during the dead of night, searching for unsuspecting travelers. If you ever feel a ringing in your ears at night, legend says it means Gashadokuro is near. The Gashadokuro's size alone makes it nearly impossible to avoid, and when it finds a victim, it crushes them in its massive jaws to drink their blood. The creature's presence is a chilling reminder of suffering and death, a symbol of unquenchable hunger. Many believe it appears in places where large numbers of people have died tragically, especially where starvation was involved. To this day, those who wander the countryside at night are advised to listen carefully. Gashadokuro's ringing is faint but distinct, a warning to get away before it finds you. Travelers claim to feel a sharp chill and a sensation of being watched if they're near where Gashadokuro may roam. Though few believe they'll ever see it, the mere possibility keeps people wary. Each of these urban legends reflects Japan's unique relationship with spirits and the supernatural. From Teke Teke's search for revenge to Gashadokuro's relentless hunger, these tales continue to chill the hearts of those who hear them. The next time you walk alone at night or enter a deserted restroom, remember these stories. Sometimes the line between myth and reality is thinner than we think. Thanks for watching. And until next time, stay safe and don't look behind you.